Welcome to Servetty's Behind the Biz. With today's guest, Ghost Brands Advertising.
Hey everybody, this is Frank Tropatini. I'm here with Britton Briley, who is the founder of Ghost Brands Advertising Agency here in Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you so much for coming today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Very happy to have you. Let's get right into it. Can you tell me what makes marketing such a nightmare industry?
I think marketing doesn't sleep. It doesn't stop. It doesn't take vacations. There's no off season for marketing really. It depends on what industry you're in. If you're in service space, if you're in sports, if you're in tech, if you're in QSR, quick service restaurants, it just nightmare. It does not stop. There's no weekends. It's literally 24/7, 365. And sadly, as operators of that industry, we have to constantly think that way, 24/7, 365.
Yeah. So, marketing often feels like a construct of manipulation. Where do you think the line is between selling a product and actually deceiving or manipulating an audience?
I think comes authenticity. Because the issue I see is people like to be polished. Nowadays, you look on social, you look on ads, they look so well done, they're supposed to drive the audience. But nowadays, we want that authenticity of a brand. And I feel like if you showcase a product that's not what you're truly getting, you're deceiving your customer.
You want it to be real.
You want to be real. It's like that McDonald's commercial. You see a double huge nice burger, but then you get it smushed. Yeah. And so even though people know that real expectation at McDonald's, they're not expecting
You still
what
want
seeing.
that. You still want that and you feel cheated.
Yes. And
so where's my hamburger?
Exactly. So I think if people have that misconstrued of your company to begin with, that you're not authentic at the core, you're lying and deceiving them, and then it's technically false advertising, and you're hurting your brand and your customer relationship versus building it for long-term goal versus short-term gains.
There goes your image.
Exactly.
What is one thing about traditional advertising that you think should be left in the past, but it seems like clients are not wanting to get rid of it? They want to cling on to it too much.
I would honestly say we're in a digital world. A digital world, love traditional. They have their placements. But the issue with it, I think, is radio. Nothing wrong with it. I love radio, but I think they're clinging on to because we're visual learners. My daughter can see a TikTok, she can see an Instagram and learn from immediately. But radio, we hear it. We can't experience it, we can't touch it, we can't see it. It goes in one ear, there's trying to be a reminder, an impression. So I think radio has its purpose, but I think it is something that it's dying off very fast because it's too expensive for the amount of reach and honestly the results you get from it. It's
really
you're selling air.
I can see it's very ethereal versus now you have things you can click on, you can interact with. You can't do that with radio.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. It's very common. People say the customer's always right. Is that something that you believe in, or do you think there's a line where you have to kind of push back a little bit if a customer has an expectation with marketing that you don't think is really going to work out?
Well, always. I think we have to be that double-edged sword. I have to put in a psychology standpoint. How do their customers think about it, not how they think about it? How I think about Ghost is different than how other people think about Ghost. Or let's say it's a burger chain or a thing. I think if a client comes and says, hey man, I want to spend my money on TV, I want to do a direct mail, I want to do social. Okay, great, let's stay back. Who are we talking to? What are we trying to get across? Is it a male or female audience? What's that messaging? The creation of the content, what are we saying that will resonate with them? Not from a client standpoint, but from a consumer standpoint to drive them in the doors.
I hear a lot that you should really be thinking of your consumer. Who is the person, and then make the ad specifically for them.
Exactly. The who, what, when, where, why. The 5 W's of marketing.
Oh, very nice. One thing I gotta talk to because it's all the rage, AI. Everybody's talking AI, everybody's investing in AI. It is the latest and greatest. It is the new hot, kid in school. Do you think that AI is actually going to replace creative minds in the industry, or do you think that this is just a trend?
I think AI has a purpose. I think it has I would just say its foundations to be part of companies no matter what. We use AI almost every day as a suggestion, as a tool, but there still has to come some type of human evolution because ChatGPT, Midjourney can't do without prompts, and they can't do it without honestly us telling us what we're looking for, and they help finish the picture. It's like me having a paintbrush, pays on briefs like, okay, can you make it a little bit better? And it makes it beautiful. It fills in the gaps. It fills in all the holes to help us actually achieve our job better.
Yeah, because AI to me, it feels hollow. It always feels like there's a soul missing or there's something there that, you just can't grasp, but it's missing it.
Yeah, exactly. You think about it, you can't put it in a humanistic voice to have it resonate with the customer, resonate with themselves. We can read and say, oh, that's a good sentence, it's a good paragraph, it can write me a blog, it can help me build a website. But how do you go back to that authenticity, who we're speaking to, the tone of voice, and then honestly, the realism of it. I think people can pick up on that.
People want a human feel to a brand. Exactly. They don't want a cold, I don't know about you all, but I don't want a cold, heartless brand. I want one that feels like it's from grandma, like from family, and you don't get that with AI.
Yeah, and there'll be some prompts that you feel like it's the same thing over and over. Make it witty, make it conversational, make it exciting, and it sort of uses the same tone, the same texts. They're like, okay, I know this is AI over and over and over. So there has to be some type of button that we push that says, okay, let's humanize this, let's change a little bit and bring it back to reality.
AI does not do witty.
No,
it does not do it. I've seen a couple. It's like, this is...
It's more cringy.
I was going to say, it can do cringe. It's got cringe nailed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on. A lot of great insights. Hopefully people watching can use this when they're thinking about marketing. You have national reach, correct?
Yeah, so we're in 14 states.
Okay.
Honestly, 12 different industries, from tech, restaurants, to service industry, to sports. I mean, you name it, we're sort of in it.
Okay. So if you're thinking about marketing, reach out to Ghost Brands. We'll put some information, some links below in the description. We'll probably put an article out with this as well. And I hope to be seeing a lot from you in the future. I think it's very bright.
Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and click the link below or go to Servetty.com for your 30-day free trial.